So today we're holding the annual ASGE Postgraduate course. It's a full-day course of a whole range of topics of interest in gastrointestinal endoscopy. So what we've done is tried to focus on everything from mouth to anus, essentially. We do esophagus, stomach, small bowel, pancreas, biliary, colon, but we've tried to do nuts and bolts information, not so much esoteric, but the sorts of things that the everyday practitioner needs to know to bring into their practice. I think that attending a course like this is really important because the science is changing so much more rapidly than it ever did. We will see recommendations or guidelines coming out that will be different within just 1 or 2 years. So to really stay focused and current on what's the best types of things to do, a course like this brings a lot to bear. In addition, there's a lot of new tools that we can use endoscopically that can be daunting if you don't have someone to show you how to do it or explain it. But in an environment like this, you get to see some of the newer technologies like an over-the-scope clip, which really any endoscopist should be able to use, and it helps broaden your armamentarium of the things you can do for your patients.
Being an interventional gastroenterologist, this course is particularly of interest to me. For me, using newer techniques like using over-the-scope clips for perforation closures, using endo-stitch devices to anchor stents and perforation closures, it has been very interesting talk this morning, and I think I'm going to start implementing that in my practice.
So one of the things I think people get when they come to the course is they realize now that science moves so rapidly that how we do things does change from year to year. So you can't necessarily rely on what you knew or even what the data showed 5 years ago. So for instance, there's a lot more attention to elimination diets for eosinophilic esophagitis, and we talked about that. We're talking about how to improve your adenoma detection rates in screening colonoscopy, and data around there is also very new. Even things such as Barrett's esophagus, how to ablate, and for whom should you even screen. We now have a lot more data for things like when it's practical. And those are the sorts of things we're getting across to the audience.
Well, I think we need to look at what was best practice for many years. We need to question that. Is it best practice? I think we need to change. We need to look at, are we over-servicing? Are we doing too much surveillance? Our yield is quite low. And from this morning's talk, I think we need to look at that.
So some of the things people come away with from today will be proper management of Barrett's esophagus, the knowing to remove nodules with endoscopic resection prior to ablation, and that ablation can be used in low-grade dysplasia. In the area of inflammatory bowel disease, use of surveillance colonoscopy, it's now clear from what we've heard we should be doing chromoendoscopy as part of our surveillance colonoscopies. And I think adenoma detection rates, there's still so much we can do to improve how often we find these by slowing down, careful inspection, maybe looking at the right colon twice during withdrawal. I think it's important to know that even if you've attended the year before, each year is different. The topics do change, the speakers change. I think people get a lot out of it if they keep coming back year after year. It's a great course, great opportunity.